Hey guys, thanks for checking out the podcast. Before we get started, I want to remind you about the very cool bucket list trip I am doing in 2026, the Smitty Learns Irish podcast, where I'm going to do my bucket list, hike Ireland for a year, learn about Irish history, town by town, through the mouths of the pub owners and regulars. Because what's a better way to learn about something you love than to experience it yourself? Patreon.com/we3Smiths, only $3 a month, and thanks for checking it out. And welcome to the Smith Hole. My name is Smitty from the What the Hell Everything podcast, and another full-length album reaction that I could not be more fucking stoked for, man. We're checking out the Pogues, Rum Sodomy, and the Lash from what year, Smith? 1985. And it's been way too fucking long. I should have done this a long time ago, man. I've known I wanted to go down the Pogues rabbit hole, kind of deciding what I wanted to do first as far as like a full length or something like that. And just by album title alone, you caught me, you know. We're going to check this out in just a moment. I want to mention real quick the couple songs that I have heard so far on this album. Let us see. I think, Sally McLenane. Hopefully, I'm really terrible with some pronunciations, as you probably already know. I've heard the live version of that, reacted to that already. And then Dirty Old Town, which I've reacted to and fucking love, man. At some point, I want to get some real body of Pogues knowledge before I go into the live set that I want to go into, which I think is their reunion show. And I want to get a lot of the Pogues under my belt. So we're going to go with this one first and see where it leads us, man, as far as like going down the Pogues rabbit hole. If you're enjoying this content, please let me know. Come up with some suggestions, man, some out-of-the-box things. You never know, man. On Patreon, we're going down some huge rabbit holes. Obviously, the $5 a month tier, doing live sets, doing like behind the scenes stuff, documentaries with bands and rock and roll and shit like that. I love that shit, man. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, Patreon's in the link in the description, obviously. Thank you very much for checking out this video, you guys. Let us get in to the Pogues, Rum Sodomy, and the Lash. And I got to tell you, I've smoked a good amount of weed this morning just to enhance the listening experience. Got the headphones on, ready to fucking go. Got my coffee as well. And this is the sick. A lot of these. Excuse me. I'm gonna real quick. I have to say, a lot of these Gaelic pronunciations, I'm not going to be doing it. If the Smitty Learns Irish pubcast that hopefully you caught or may be interested in checking out, I'm going to potentially, hopefully, learn Irish. It's fucking fascinating to me, and I'm learning Irish history and all these things. Anyway, the point of the story is, right now, I don't know how to pronounce the stuff. The sick bed of the Cuchlain? I don't know, man. Sorry. Man, I love that, like, mix of, like, acoustic, deep acoustic
and
guitar.
Richard Tauber are singing by the bed. There's a glass of punch below your feet and an angel at your head. There's devils on each side of you with bottles in their hand. You need one more drop of poison and you'll dream of foreign lands. When you pissed yourself in Frankfurt and got sipped down in Cologne, and you heard the rattling death trains as you lay there all alone. Frank Ryan bought you whiskey in a brothel in Madrid, and you take some fucking black shirt who was cursing all the yids. And a sick bit of Cullen, well, kneel and say a prayer, but the ghosts are rattling at the door and the devil's in that chair.
It's so fucking fun!
You screamed, that was your shell. But but they wouldn't give you service, so you kicked the windows out. They took you out into the street, kicked you in the brains, so you walked back in through about the door and did it all again. And a sick man out could Cullen will kneel and say a prayer, and the ghosts are rattling at the door, and the devil's in the chair.
I got to tell you, this is what I've wanted to hear, or excuse me, let me correct myself. This is what I had hoped and expected probably when I first listened to the Pogues. The first listen, I think, was Fairy Tale of New York, which I immediately fell in love with and is immediately my all-time favorite Christmas songs ever now. But I expected it to be more like that. You know, the Irish punk rocky sound that I fell in love with Flogging Molly and Dropkick Murphys, and I immediately learning the influence of this fucking band. This is what I expected to hear immediately or first time. I'm rambling now. Play.
Remember that foul evening when you heard the banshees howl? There was lazy, drunken bastards singing Billy in the Bowl. They took you up to midnight mass and left you in the lurch. So you dropped a button in the plate and spewed up in the church. Now you sing a song of liberty for blacks and packs and jocks, and I'll take you from this dump you're in and stick you in a box. Then I'll take you to Cookbriar and shove you in the ground.
Real quick, and I'm going to pause just to let you know that I am looking at my phone simply to look up band information because I like to know these things going into the album. I had some shitty comment on whatever the fuck video I did. I'd be like, if you weren't on your phone all the time, shut the fuck up. Let's see. I wanted to just kind of get some songwriter information because I like to know who's writing the fucking songs, man. And Shane MacGowan, principally writing most of the songs on here. And I also like to check out the, pardon me as I scroll down, the personnel just to see who's playing. Shane MacGowan, Spider Stacy, James Fearnley, Jem Finer, Kate Riordan, Andrew Rankin, Philip Chevron. So I want to give some shout out. Additional personnel that we'll get into as we get into the album. Okay, put the phone away. This is really fucking fun. Yeah! And I love to let the albums flow into the next one, which will be the Old Main Drag. Man, I fucking love that song. And before we start, I feel like that's a bagpipe, and I don't know. I think somebody has been critical of one of my comments as far as like I think I said Irish bagpipes, and that's one of the things I'm definitely ignorant about is the bagpipe purely Scottish? I know it's a mainly Scottish instrument, but is there an Irish version, and is that instrument also predominantly a traditional Irish instrument as well? I'm not sure. But I would like to know. And I fucking love that. Or was it a violin? Could look it up. Old man needs glasses.
When I first came to London, I was only 16, with a fiver in my pocket and my old
Uilleann pipes? I went down. Also a fiddle and a French horn.
check out the scene. But I soon ended up upon the old main drag. There the he-males and the she-males paraded in style. And the old man with the money would flash you a smile. In the dark of an alley, you would work for a five, for a swift one, not the wrist, down on the old main drag. In the cold winter nights, the old town it was chill. But there were boys in the cafes who'd give you cheap pills. If you didn't have the money, you could cajole and you'd beg. There was always lots of chewing on the old main drag.
Irish rhyming in their songs is so fucking awesome.
I was lying down in Leicester Square. I was picked up by the coppers and kicked in the balls. Between the muckle doors at Vine Street, I was beaten and mauled. And I ruined my good looks for the old main drag. In the tube station, the old ones who were on the way out would dribble and vomit and grovel and shout. And the coppers would come along and push them about. And I wished I could escape from the old main drag. And now I am lying here, I have had too much booze. I've been spat on and shut on and raped and abused. I know that I am dying and I wish I could beg for some money to take me from the old main drag.
Man, yeah, there's something about Irish rhyming that, before I get into Wild Cats of Kilkenny, and I do like to let the songs flow into another, but I want to just say that, yeah, just the way that they phonetically, or at least traditionally, phonetically deliver, it's infectious and so poetic. I don't want to get deep or anything. Also, Shane MacGowan's voice is so distinct to me now. It is just one of those voices that, I listened to the Gross Point Blank soundtrack the other day, and I put it on my playlist. It's like, oh man, I've never actually listened to that soundtrack, and it's one of my favorite fucking movies and soundtracks of all time, but I've never listened to the actual soundtrack. Anyway, a lot of shit I don't know on there, like 80s post-punk stuff that I've heard, but I've never delved into, which is one of the things I want to do on this Rock Radar, is get into that kind of stuff as well, hence the Pogues. Anyway, sort of forgot my point. It'll come back to me, but Shane MacGowan, there's my point, is his voice. I'm like, oh, that's the Pogues. When I heard it on Gross Point Blank soundtrack, and a couple other instances as well, I'm like, oh, that's the Pogues. I've heard that before. So one of the most distinct voices I've fucking heard in a long time. I'm a chatty Cathy right now, you guys. Wild Cats of Kilkenny. Whoa. That sounds really fucking fun. What the hell? Everything!